we're here with Luci today from Luci's Marketplace, and we're really looking forward to talking to her about all the green things that they do in the restaurant and in the grocery store. Hi, Luci.
Hi. How are you?
We're great, thanks. And Ashley's going to start off with some questions for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so would you tell us the story behind why you started Luci's Marketplace?
Sure. 3.5 years ago, I found I had breast cancer. And I was breastfeeding my 6-month-old baby when I discovered that. And 5 months before I was diagnosed, my sister-in-law was diagnosed with breast cancer. And we're a year apart. And she has 4 kids, and she was also breastfeeding. So, so because of what had happened to her, we wanted to take it a step further and just make sure everything was okay, because they were ruling it out as a clogged milk duct. And it was, the cancer I had was a very fast-growing cancer, so it was growing at rapid speeds. And from the time I found out to the time I had it taken out of me was a total of 8 days.
Wow.
And from the time I actually did find it, I was already had experienced some pains before I actually felt the lump, and then 2 weeks later I felt a lump, and then when they took it out, it had even grown even more.
Wow.
So my message there is be aware of your body, be conscientious of anything, any difference, anything that doesn't feel right. You're your best advocate. So, so when I found out that I had cancer, they said that I would have to have a lumpectomy. I mean, mastectomy was an option, but decided to do lumpectomy. Had chemo and radiation, and I did that for about, let's see, chemo was 6 months, and radiation was for 6 weeks, every day for 6 weeks. And so my husband and I, during this time, you know, we were talking about how, you know, we need to change certain things. And one of the things I did change was my deodorant. You know, I was like, okay, I was bombarded with, oh, you should change this, you should change that. And I'm like, this is too much. So let's start with one thing. And the one thing we both did was our deodorant. And then from there, it moved on to our toothpaste, to our foods, and just attitude, complete attitude change. And so my husband and I talked about what are we going to do, and he had some really big dreams and visions, and Luci's was part of that. And he says, you know, it would be a great place to be able to have where people can come and be reminded of their wellness, whatever that might be. It could be what we eat, it could be how we think, it could be the people we're with. You know, wellness, healthy, all of that comes in so many different facets. It's just not, you know, having a 2,000 calorie day, you know, it's not, you know, no preservatives in my food. It's your attitude, it's how you feel about yourself as well. Because we have brownies here, we have wonderful, delicious desserts that have no preservatives in it.
I'm intimately aware of those. I love your desserts.
So there's no crap in it, but they're high in fat and they're high in calorie, but it's not all about that sometimes. Sometimes
Yes.
it's okay to sit down with a friend or even yourself and say, I deserve this.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what we wanted to create. We wanted to create a place where people felt like they were coming home, you know. They get to meet their clients here, their neighbors here, their friends here. So it's a meeting place and it's a safe place to be. So that's kind of how we evolved to being what we are today.